Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing probably one of the most basic models I've actually done like this entire time. And that's going to be a box. But not just any box, because textures go a long way, as I've been learning from like old school PlayStation 1 and 2 games. So, textures do go a long way. This simple box is going to be a cereal box. Now, I got so many ideas from like so many things, right? I think one of the most notable things was like, do you guys remember that one SpongeBob episode where the old guy was like, "It's you from the TV," and it like switches to Bran Flakes, brand new flavor, Bran Flakes. If you guys remember that shit, I basically kind of got some inspiration from that.
New Bran Flakes, bold new taste, Bran Flakes.
And not only did I get inspiration from that, I was watching like Fallout lore videos. And I was looking on the shelves of the lore videos. It was like showing like boxes of like Blamco mac and cheese. And I was looking at that. I was like, that's literally just a rectangle. I could fucking do that. So, here I am doing that today. The one thing and the one issue about me when it comes to doing pixel art, I'm okay with doing slight things of pixel art if it comes to like things I like see fully envisioned in my head, if that makes sense. I'm not fully envisioning this kinda, so I'm just kinda going off script. And I didn't really like the way it came out, so I did a thing where I did Photoshop and then pure pixel art. This one's pure pixel art. There's no Photoshop involved. And then the other one I'm doing is Photoshop. When it comes to pixel art, this is like genuinely one of the craziest forms of art. It's like, fuck, man. This is just like, how these motherfuckers do this shit so simply, so easy. I've seen so much good pixel art on Twitter, man. And I know it took years to get there. But goddamn, it's like, how do y'all do that? Pick one pixel at a time is insane. Or like, however the fuck, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. The one thing I've never looked up a tutorial for is pixel art. Like, almost all pixel art I've ever done has just genuinely been like self-taught. I don't know much about pixel art or pixel art theory. Is that a thing? Pixel art theory? Here we are back in Blender actually putting on the thing to the box. And like genuinely, when I like look back at the old school Fallout games, not old school Fallout games, but like the Bethesda Fallout games from like, you know, last generation, like, I'm old, man, I'm old. I keep saying last generation. I mean from the PlayStation 3 era, you know, 7th generation of consoles. You know what I mean? Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. When I look at those and I like look at some of the textures like back in the day, I'm just like, damn, I could have sworn they looked better. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yeah, this is definitely on par with the type of shit I'm trying to do. Like, it's, if they could have done it, it's literally just a box. Like, literally exactly what I'm doing. It's just a box. I could definitely do that shit. Well, here we are with the semi-final product. I'm okay with this product, just due to the simple fact that it is what I exactly envisioned it to be. I'm going to make a better texture eventually. But, for now, I'm going to do a bit of experimenting, and I'm going to make one in Photoshop and not in pixel art. Welcome to Pixlr. This is a poor man's Photoshop. I refuse to buy a subscription service to something that I'm going to be using. Fuck that. I'm done with subscription services. I'm like genuinely done with them. I'm not. If it doesn't let me own the damn thing, I'm not going to use it. So I'm not using Photoshop. I'm never going to use Adobe, Aftershocks, After Effects, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm not going to use any of that shit. If I can't own the shit, I'm not going to use it. Plain and simple. When it comes to this particular texture, these are obviously things that can't make it into the end of the game because I'm 90% certain these are just copyrighted. Like, the little rocket and the fake fire. I'm pretty sure someone out there owns that shit, so I can't use it, unfortunately. Even if I did, the proportions are wrong. Like, look how high up I put the little tiny text when that should technically be at the very bottom of the thing, but I wasn't thinking about that at the time. I was more thinking, oh, hey, look, it's just a YouTube thumbnail, hee hee. So, yeah, that didn't work out so well. But this is basically just like an envision. What's the difference between a pixel art version and a Photoshop version? I got my answer, and we're gonna go from there, honestly. More than likely, I'm just gonna do a mixture of both, and then maybe I'll do a mixture of real-life photos, because I do have a camera, so I guess I'll go around taking some fucking pictures, you know what I mean? Maybe, I got a green screen and all that shit with lights and everything, too. Maybe I'll get the green screens and, like, you know, the cameras and all that shit, and I'll get my boys to, like, maybe, like, we'll do, like, a photo shoot, you know what I mean? And then I'll, like, pixelate them through, like, a filter. And then I'll have them holding, like, a bowl of cereal or something, you know, for the textures. And it'll be, like, us. Or maybe I'll take a picture of one of my dogs and, like, make a bag of dog treats. I don't know. The possibilities are endless now that I'm knowing how to do this shit. So, that's that. I got my answer. I'm gonna do a mixture of both. And we're gonna go from there. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Later.